rolling.
Hey guys, Brian Page here with Page Chiropractic. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some soft tissue recovery. You can use it for maintenance care also, lower leg and the foot. We're going to use a lacrosse ball today. Going to show you a few different variations. We're going to start looking at plantar fascia. This connective tissue on the bottom of the foot can cause a lot of problems. Runners, squatters, people that are active in general. The fascia is really important in supporting the arches in the foot. The foot's designed to be able to have some mobility where it can turn out and in. When you don't have that, it can cause problems whether you're a runner, whether you're squatting. You'll see a lot of the time when the feet are turned down in a squat, as you come down, the knee has a tendency to want to come inward. That can put some stress on some muscles, the posterior tib on the inside of the ankle here, where that muscle will try to shorten to keep that ankle from going outward. Same thing with the peroneals on the outside part of the ankle. They'll shorten and keep that ankle from coming inward. So we're going to start by taking the lacrosse ball, and you can do this seated or standing. I like doing it seated. We're going to put that lacrosse ball right on the bottom of the foot there, and we're just going to gently kind of roll back and forth. What we're looking for is some tender spots, some of those nasty little knots that develop. Starting to get one for myself from running yesterday right on the inside arch of the foot there, and we're just going to kind of oscillate back and forth. You want to stay on one of those spots until some of those knots start to come out. After going through about 3-4 minutes of doing this, we're going to cross the leg over just like this. We're going to go right on the inside border of the shin, and again, looking for some of those really tight knots. If you're having some knee pain, some shin splints, maybe some foot, ankle issues, we're going to come down the inside border of that shin with the ball. Once we find one of those tight spots, we're going to take a reinforced hand here and kind of compress just a little bit, and we're going to start moving that ankle back in circles. You're going to stay on that spot until it subsides, and you can kind of work your way down the ankle there, working out some of those knots. What we want to get to is right on this inside bone of the ankle, you have a muscle called the posterior tib where a lot of those tendons wrap around. That's really important for maintaining that arch integrity. You can do the same thing in that general area where you can compress right behind that bone, right on the tendon there. That skin can get kind of tight sometimes, so it affects the ankle's ability to turn in and out, running, squatting, be able to change weight distribution. So we want to just slowly kind of mobilize that tissue, bringing that ball back and forth across right where that tendon wraps behind the bone. You can use this again for maintenance and recovery. Also, PVC pipe's a good tool for that. Kind of talking about that posterior tib on the inside of the ankle, the peroneals on the outside, they both can get really tender kind of coming up the calf there. You can use this PVC pipe to roll back and forth over the calf. You can also take it a little bit lower down and kind of turn that foot internal and external rotation. Once you get on one of those really tender spots, kind of rubbing back and forth until some of that tenderness starts to subside. Hope this helps you guys out. Hope to see you soon.